Can this wild beast be tamed? I don't know. What do you think? I had two color wishes for budgies, rainbow budgies and dark gray budgies. After years of searching, I finally found a pair of these rare genetic mutations. Pure rainbow budgies mean that their entire bloodline will produce rainbow offspring. Now, about the gray budgie. A few years ago, I found the perfect dark gray budgies at a breeder's. I instantly fell in love. But they were already reserved for someone else. Lucky guy. Did you know there are black-faced budgies? They are super rare and require special selective breeding and care. Called anthracite, their base color is blue. They are nearly impossible to find in this part of Europe. If you know anyone who has them, let me know. I would get them anytime. Years of not getting that dark gray budgie left me with a bitter taste, so I lowered my expectations and just wanted any gray budgie. Even after visiting a friend who breeds pure Texas clear body budgies, I was amazed, but found them too whitish. I resisted taking one as a gift. One day, I coincidentally found a breeder in my town with a gray budgie. The parents were dark green budgies. Regardless, I wanted one. They are beautiful and would be a great addition to my colorful aviary. After getting a new budgie, you need a new cage and accessories. Fortunately, I had all that, but this budgie was afraid and not tamed. Prepare for a long taming process. Are you familiar with taming a budgie? It sounds simple, as in my previous video, but it's more challenging than it seems. You'll need an untamed budgie, some food, and a lot of patience. First, understand that a budgie is super scared of its new environment. There are no familiar faces, and as flock birds, they see you as a big, intimidating figure. Naturally, the little guy is terrified. To start, give him some time to adjust to the new environment, at least a week. Then, try hand feeding him to build familiarity. Some budgies are super friendly from the start, but that's just luck. In my experience, taming takes time. Approach gently, offer treats, and talk to him so he gets used to your voice. If one day your budgie is super tame and friendly, but the next day acts like a wild beast, don't worry, stay calm and friendly. This behavior is just a test, a panic attack, and a sign that he doesn't fully trust you yet. After a while, let him out of his cage. But don't try to catch him. That's the worst thing you can do. Let him explore and feel free. Continue offering treats and repeat this process daily. Don't worry, they are stubborn but also hungry in the morning. Building a relationship with a budgie is a gradual process, step by step. My advice is to spend time every morning during breakfast to hand feed him. Over time, this will build trust and eventually he will become your best friend. So from the food dish, move to the hand. Also, take it easy, do not rush. They are fragile. Right now, it may be hard to believe you've reached this stage of taming. But let's spice things up. Try hand feeding him outside the cage. I was expecting too much, hoping he would fly onto my hand too early. But don't worry, this will work. After a few attempts, he'll become obsessed with you. The next challenge is getting him to eat while perching on my finger. I always found it more difficult to get a budgie to perch inside the cage than outside. Outside, he feels more secure because he knows he can fly away if he senses danger. Inside the cage, he feels trapped. If you're wondering how to get him back inside his cage, it's simple. As mentioned earlier, after spending a week or two inside the cage, the budgie will see it as his home and his sleeping perch. He will return on his own. Just make sure not to change the position of the cage. And yes, your finger will become his favorite perch, so get used to it. Also, respect his private space. If he wants to be alone, let him be. But remember, budgies are naturally very curious and can't stand being alone for too long. He needs you. If your new budgie is singing near you, that's a great sign. It means he feels safe and comfortable in your presence, singing his song just for you. The final challenge is getting him to fly to you. After a few successful attempts, that's it. You'll have a very devoted bird. From then on, you can expect a very curious and sometimes annoying companion. He might bite, explore your ears and even your mouth. Be aware, they become quite attached and addicted to your presence. I warned you. And one last thing, he does not have a name. Write a suggestion in the comments section.